It's the summer of 2021, so pretty much everyone's up to date with COVID, and whether you think it's bat flu or guano flu or the manufactured crises of the century, doesn't matter. Now we're at a point where we could start to uncover a bunch of other things. They've already been uncovered. It's all out in the open. This conspiracy is the only part of this conspiracy that has to be thought about is whether it's moral or not, if it's right or wrong. So it's just about convincing us on how that's going to happen. And here in the States, the thing with genome editing is in the States it's not really illegal yet. There's not much, many laws against it. Here in Canada, it is illegal. So you're not allowed to do it even for testing purposes. Even with these emergency measures and all that, no one's supposed to be editing any of our genome or sending us RNA messengers or what all that. I'm not, well versed on what exactly each vaccine does, but here in Canada we've had a campaign going on for at least a whole year of COVID nonsense, and this Genome Canada is part of it. Every province, if you look into it, Genome Quebec, if you look at the logos too, you'll see it's always the same. Bunch of snakes. And every province has this. Every part of Canada has their own, Ontario has their own department. They all have their own, whole websites, database and everything. Because fact is, we're in an experiment right now. So whether you like it or not, or could admit it or not, we're all part of different control groups, but we're all part of the same experiment right now, and we're broken up into different categories based on where we live. So each of these sites here has its own, well, I mean, they're all part of the same thing, but they don't even have the same websites at all. It's not like, I love to see that all these little pictures they show us. Oh, look, it's Dr. Fauci. Ooh. He's not even Canadian, but is he gonna come speak to us on a podcast, guys? But most people know exactly what's going. Well, I mean, they know what the conspiracy is telling us. The Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, all that, and the whole. Nobody knows exactly what's going on except for the people in the know, which you can go and sign up for it or get into it if you're just in the know. But for anyone that's not, it's all becoming out in the open now with all of these sites here that people can start digging into and seeing that there's initiatives going on to database everything. Every single person, especially the people going along with this, they're all consenting to having their data, their DNA, everything stored and, for the governments, for everything. The people we're dealing with are psychopaths. And the experts and our doctors, I don't blame them. I don't blame anyone. I don't hate anyone. We're all in this together, as they say, just on different levels. So I'm just hoping people can look into this, because I'm not looking into it. I don't really care enough. I already know where this leads to, and that's all I need to know. I'm just trying to show you that it's all in plain sight. The logos, these people are obsessed with logos. They're all obsessed with data, and it's not our leaders or anything. Our leaders are just going along with this. The doctors just go along with it. They don't even know what they're doing. Most of them. The professionals know what they're doing. They just don't know. Not everybody is in the know. And even the ones that are well connected, the celebrities, all the news clowns, by now they better know that they're complicit, especially once they start telling us to muzzle and jab our children. And now they're finding out the masks don't do much. The jabs probably not good for kids, but they always find their way out of this. And without blaming any specific person, demographic, or whatever, it's from the top of the food chain in human existence. all the way down. We're all complicit. But if we start from the top and work our way down, this will all end really quick. And if we just stop obeying and just, whatever, I don't know. There is no solution to this. Escalation will happen. It's going to keep going. But if you feel like looking into it, feel free to look up all our genome programs here, because first of all, they're brand new. They're not even secure. You can look up all of it. You can see that their goal is really just to gather as much data, DNA, as possible. And then I don't even know if they're planning on genetically modifying people on like a case-by-case basis, or whether it's going to be in batches of regions, or it's very confusing. But when they say they have your best interest in mind, you want to believe them, go right ahead. They've been treating us people like ants our whole lives, and now suddenly, because they're all being caught for horrific crimes that people are even too weak or complacent to say or do anything about, with that, because they'll be labeled, we don't even have the power to stop those crimes. So go along with the experiments, do it all. If you don't want to do the jabs, don't do the jabs proudly, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And if you want to do the jabs, go ahead and do the jabs. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise either. So just enjoy the big show.